Good morning, great Americans. And it is a good morning, great Americans. Another great American video from yours truly in Kentucky. Well, my last video was my last pre-election video. This is my first post-election video. And as always, I am unscripted and unprepared. And the production value of this video is cheesy at best. but as always, I tell the truth. That's one thing you can count on my videos, man, is I tell the absolute truth without passion or prejudice. And I try to stick to facts only. And I don't veer into religion and all that usually, unless that's the topic. Well, because this is off the cuff and not unscripted, I'm just going to touch on a couple of important points. Everybody's talking. Probably nobody's going to even see my videos. So I'm going to touch on a couple of very important points that you must remember. First of all, this is just a side issue, but this is sort of important because fake news and propaganda is very important these days. I tell you this, if the news media had not been lying and spreading hate and propaganda about Trump, if the news media, by which I mean the old, ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN media, had been honest and unbiased, Trump would have won in a Reagan landslide. The only reason that Harris got as much votes as she did is she was propped up by a propaganda media that covered for her every error. They covered up for all her lies, her flip-flops. They covered up for her inability to even speak coherently. They literally edited videos. They lied about her positions. They did everything. And then also the flip side of the coin, which may be more horrible, is the horrible, terrible lies and fear mongering that they spread about Trump, not only for years, but especially near the end of this election. Trump is Hitler. Trump is going to destroy democracy. I mean, just absolutely disgusting. These people, all of them should have their FCC licenses pulled. ABC, NBC, CNN, all of them. They are no longer news. I mean, they have been bad lately, but in the last month or two, they well crossed well over the line of just absolute disinformation, misinformation, and lies. So yes, that's my first point to remember: is that in reality, Trump would have won this election in a total 50-state landslide if the media had been honest. Thank God there were enough Americans to see through the bullshit. And this actually goes into other matters that we will discuss in other videos, but one of them is the demise of the old traditional media, ABC, NBC, CBS, and all that. Look, Joe Rogan, a podcaster, right? His audience is literally 30 times the size of a CNN primetime audience. 30 times. Well, why would any Republican presidential candidate even bother to go on CNN? You can go on Joe Rogan and get 30 people to listen to you for every one person that you get on CNN. And more than that, you can go on Joe Rogan and have a fair, decent conversation, an intelligent conversation, a pleasant, nice conversation of a wide range of issues. Or if you go on CNN, you get you get clocked, you get rear-ended. What's the word? You get attacked without notice with all kinds of lies and hate. I mean, those last CNN things that Trump did. I mean, the moderator was just horrible, horrible. So again, lots of things going on here. Trump may have well sealed the fate of the traditional legacy media. They did everything, everything they could to spread hate and fear and lies about Trump. And like I said, they did everything they could to cover up for all of Harris's failures and incompetence. And even with that monumental, colossal, epic effort, they failed miserably. Not only did Trump win, but he won the popular vote as well as the Electoral College. And it appears as if we're taking the Senate back too. What a slap! In, I mean, that just goes to show you, liars never win. Cheaters never win. Oh, cheaters may win once in a while, a victory here and there, like they did in 2020. And I hope that's one thing that President Trump finally brings to the light, is that stolen election, as well as all the other crimes against humanity that the Democrats, and he needs to, not retribution, not get back, but he needs to bring justice. And the justice is not so much putting those Democrats in jail, but it's more of justice for the American people who were wronged, misinformed, and had their government stolen from them. The American people are the ones that deserve justice. So that's that's that. Moving on. As I said, it looks like we took the Senate back. Now Trump has a brief 4 years. That's not a long time, because and I'm going to get to another point. One of the reasons it's not a long time, but it's just not a long time. And I hope that he has realized this and assembled a veritable army of people to go to work on all the different issues. He needs like 20 teams to address every single thing that needs to get done, so they can work it out, put it on paper, send it up to Congress, and get it done. From the wall to the border to immigration to national security in Ukraine. Of course, he'll take a personal hand into Ukraine, because he needs to go over there and deal with that personally. Trade, schools, the sexualization of schools, this whole grooming, this whole mutilating children's genital. There are so many things going. Taxes. There are so many things going on that he needs 20 teams, and it says to each team, this is what needs to be done. He gets the best people to put on that team. They go to work on that, get 20 things done in 2 or 3 months, get Congress to pass it all, and that's what we need to do. And now that brings us to another very important thing. And this may be the most important thing I say in this video. We are all very happy that Trump won. This was a victory, but this was a battle, a single engagement, a single battle in a much larger war. We won the battle yesterday, but the war rages on, and I can assure you that the forces of evil are oh my God, they are gearing up. I don't even want to imagine what sort of when you think of the horrible things they've done to Trump over the last 4 years while he's out of office. Imagine what they're going to do when he's in office. I can't even imagine what they're going to do. They're going to try to impeach. I mean, they're already working on impeaching, and he's not even in office yet. This is why he needs those teams, because he is going to be underwater with I can't even imagine what they're going to do. I mean, just massive lawsuits, massive fake lawsuits, and they never get in trouble for that stuff. They create fake lawsuits, and then they lose, and then they move on and they do more. They're going to spread lies. Now we've got artificial intelligence. God, oh my God. I can't imagine what they're going to do with that. They may actually make fake video of Trump committing some sort of crime. It's not even real. I mean, who knows what these bastards have up their sleeve. They are evil. And that brings me to one of the last points. We won a battle, but the war rages on. And this war is not only of flesh and blood, but is between good and evil. Now, I did say at the top of this video that I stick to facts and not religion and stuff, and that's generally true. But I have to speak this truth. Evil has manifested itself on the global inside and in the form of the global left, which includes the Democrat Party. Evil, the mutilation of children's genitals, just the grooming of children, Marxism, socialism, restricting our rights, which the Declaration of Independence say were given to us by the Creator. What every American should believe is that God gave us our Creator, whatever God you believe, you're Muslim, you're Jewish, you're Christian, our Creator gave us rights. And the only thing that government is supposed to do is protect those rights that God gave us. But see, that's not what Democrats do. They want to strip us of those rights. They want to squash those rights. And then they want to destroy humanity with their filthy, degenerate. They don't know what a woman is. They say that men can get pregnant. They say that men. Waltz, Harris's running mate, Waltz puts tampons in boys' bathrooms. These people are perverted in the brains. They are reprobate. So this war rages on. Yesterday was one victory in a battle. Now, my fellow Americans, this victory is just the beginning. The war has now fully begun in earnest. Why? Because the armies of goodness, and righteousness and God have been asleep for quite a while. I mean, America has been becoming more and more evil, and a lot of people were just hoping that they were passing phases and this stuff would just go away. Well, now you know better. Now the forces of good and conservatism and traditional Americanism have awakened, and they have won a major victory. And now you go out starting today, you go out every day for the rest of your life. You go out and you secure victory for conservatism at the local level. I'm talking from school boards and city councils up to your county levels or parish levels, up to your state levels. Get rid of your Democrats in the state house, and get rid of your, especially California. Well, I don't know. California might be a goner. I don't know about California, but every level, let Trump be the first. But at every level of government, the war has now begun. You must replace the leftists, the Marxists, the Democrats. You must replace them with good people, patriots, conservatives, traditional Americans, people who believe in God and family. And again, whatever, I mean, I don't care what you got. Look, I like Vivek Ramaswamy, and he's a Hindu, and I'm pretty sure that Tulsi Gabbard is a Hindu too. And I'd love to see that, I got no problem with their religion. A Jewish person, whatever, you know. Um, so don't get me try to confuse me with pushing some sort of particular religion. But people of faith and people who believe in God generally have good values for the most part, unless you're a Satanist. And boy, don't even get me going on Biden trying to eat babies the other day. This whole bullshit about him just being a friendly grandfather nibbling on a baby is bullshit. Okay, in his senility, his satanic. I said I wasn't going to go there, so never mind. But let's suffice to say that there was something going on there that was not just a grandfatherly, playing with a baby. There was something extremely weird disgusting. I mean, that man was trying to stuff an entire baby in his mouth, right? Like it was one of his ice cream cones or something. I mean, what a weird freak. And then he calls half of America garbage. And, you know, my president of the United States literally called me garbage. And he called me a Nazi. Fuck Biden and fuck Democrats. I'm telling you, people, the war yesterday was the beginning of the real war in earnest. Think about World War II. So, you know, Hitler went into Poland and then he went into France, and the war was kind of going on. But when Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, and then Hitler declared war on the United States, that at that point we're all in now. Now we're all in this thing, and now the United States made a declaration of war, and now it is a true world war, and we are all in it hip deep. That's what happened yesterday. We've been farting around, goofing around, you know, but the forces of evil were finally engaged by the complete army of goodness, and the army of goodness won. And now, much like the declaration of war in World War II, that was a beginning. Now, you and me and all conservatives and patriots and good Americans, now we go to work, we start building the tanks and the planes and the bullets and the bombs, and we go out and we win. We win at the local level, we win at the state and county level, we win, we send more. Yeah, so we've taken control of the Congress. Oh, that's not good enough, bro. Now we need to get 2/3 of the Congress. Then we need to get 3/4 of the Congress. This is just the beginning. Please, please do not sit on your laurels and rest. Yes, give yourself a day to celebrate, have a barbecue, blah, 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 and then jump into war, because I guarantee you that after their loss last night, the left is gearing up for total massive war, and they're going to cheat. They're going to do every illegal, unethical, and immoral thing that they can possibly think of to thwart Trump's policies and initiative. Have no doubt. This is the beginning. All you people who were fighting to get Trump elected, now you really start. You thought you were working before? That was the sort of the warm up. Now the war starts. Remember that. I'm going to give you a special shout out to Mr. Scott Pressler. Scott Pressler, the Resistance, or something like that. Scott Pressler is a great Trump supporter, and he single-handedly um, uh, got like close to 200,000 signatures in Pennsylvania. See, that's what I'm talking about. That man is a warrior. We need everybody to observe Scott Pressler and learn what he does and get out and do the same. We need everybody to do in where they live the same thing Scott Pressler got out and did. Man, what a guy. What a great dude, man. That's fantastic. Anyways, so celebrate today, roll up your sleeves, because now the war begins in earnest, and that is a fact. But we can rejoice today. So thanks. I'm so glad I got to make this video. Man, last night I didn't know what I was going to do if we lost. So, but I think deep down inside I had faith that even though evil wins sometime, but there is no way that horrible evil was going to win this time. Not in this country. The country that saved the world from fascism and the Japanese global empire. The country that set the standard for liberty and freedom and governance of the people, the country that actually ended slavery before anyone else did, to a certain extent, um, uh, the country that put a man on the moon. I mean, we could be so much. We could do so much if only these forces of hate and the left and the Democrats could be just defeated and eradicated. And I say this again without any compunction. The Democrats tried to keep slavery alive. They started a war to keep slavery. When they lost, they created terrorist groups from the KKK and then everything forward to today with your Antifa and your BLM. They engage in fear mongering and hate. Fear is their weapon. I tell you that the Democrat Party is a criminal entity. They stole an election. They have been spreading misinformation. They've been committing crimes. They have been corrupting judges and courts and using corrupted cases to try and interfere with an election. This is a criminal enterprise. And this country will really be able to spread its wings and do wonderful things if they ever get around to declaring the Democrat Party a criminal organization and making it illegal. That really needs to be done. Really. I mean, that's just what, otherwise, these people will be forever trying to destroy all the good that gets done. I'm kind of going off now. So, again, God bless all the people who got out and did everything. And I will see you in the next great American video. Adios, muchachos.